I remember I felt like next thing I know, we were there for like a weekend.
Very much a disciplinary.
I'm not going to say she wasn't extreme at times, but that woman gave me hell. Things that feel so hard and unfair to us as kids kind of almost shaped us. Like if I didn't get my ass whooped, I don't know what type of one I would be today.
We met on Keisha, and to say about her, she meant good intentions.
My mom met her. She ended up being Shadi's godmom.
Her name's Keisha, but we all called her like Big Mama or my dear. I think my mom initially met her to this other daycare in Lakewood. I think she probably like spotted my mom, probably saw our hair looking crazy, saw our clothes looking raggedy, and just wanted to help her out. I think that's how like she initially came into our life.
And mom met her there, and she would give mom rides and then give mom stuff for the girls. And then the girls would play and hang out.
Like I remember my mom meeting her, and then like next thing I know, we were there for like a weekend. I don't know if my mom was doing something or job hunting or whatever she was taking care of, but we were there for a weekend.
She had like a whole family. She had a guy and 3 kids, and
older boys. There's like Talia, Kelvin, Monty. Monty and I are the same age. Kelvin and John were the same age. And Talia, she was just like the boss of us all. And then she also had her niece that she was taking care of, Shinny. Shinny was nonverbal. I believe she has cerebral palsy. So she could not walk or anything.
And her kids were cool with us, so we was cool with them.
It was cool, but I know I was also still bad at this time.
But she was very much a disciplinary. She was not shy about using her paddle, her wooden paddle or her wooden spoon, especially on me. She broke several wooden spoons on me. She broke a wooden paddle on me.
She had this thick paddle. The first thing I did was accidentally spill nail polish on the carpet. I got a whooping for that. And when I say she used to whoop, oh, I'm not tired, I'm gonna keep going and keep going. And not only that, you had to drop your pants. Yes, the underwears too, so your bare butt was getting whooped by wood. Imagine the pain.
But to me, like, she was like excited to whoop, but I was so messed up again, she couldn't break me. I was making her more frustrated at that time than she was like bothering me.
We'd always get group whoopings, but I remember her carrying a wooden spoon, and she'd always ask me how old I was, and that was the amount of licks I got. Like, I was always getting it. Like, I was always getting my ass whooped.
Sometimes when I got in trouble, she would make me stand and hold my arms up for long periods of time. Sometimes I felt like I didn't even eat because I'll be up there for so long. Sometimes after I'm getting done from holding my arms up in that air and being in timeout as a child, we're going to drive and I'll always throw up. I think she would give me chocolate milk or something on an empty stomach, and I always would throw up. Oh, don't get me started on her son, Calvin. He used to have a secret crush on me. He used to tie me up. It was so evil. He used to tie me up and put me in his closet. And sometimes he'd even throw a blanket over me while I'm tied up in the closet. I didn't understand that. What you trying to do? You trying to kill me? And that's why I'm so claustrophobic. I'm scared to be in small spaces because he would leave me in there to be evil. As I got older, I started to realize that he was starting to be inappropriate, trying to touch on me and stuff, and I didn't really understand like I understand today. I guess he was being so mean because he liked me. He used to make me sit in the room and sit by him and be like, no, you're not getting up, you're not going nowhere. I'm gonna make my mom whoop you. I felt like that was so evil. I felt like I was abused, and I felt like my sister was put on a pedestal because that was her godmom. I didn't see her ever get whooping. She used to sit there and eat all she wanted. I had to get a sandwich. I had to get a lousy peanut butter jelly sandwich, and they was eating so good, snacking. I'm a little girl. What could I have done so bad where I'm punished every single day, where I'm starved and can't eat until I can't barely move or walk?
And kind of instead of like, you know, being like emotional and just having her talk, she kind of was like too much at times, like just like right to the physical. I was even one point I remember, I didn't want to eat her food, but like when I would eat, I would just like get sick and like feel like I was throwing up. I didn't think she was like trying to poison me or anything like that. Like I just think like I was going through my own shit as a kid, and like I just was picky, and certain things like I would eat, and like for her, that made it like she was mad. And like I remember she like made me fast, and that shit was weird to me too. Though I was like, you know, you don't ever do that to no kid. And I know looking back, I know that's probably something she's probably know I was weird, but she had made me fast. And like I remember she even it went so far when I was in 3rd grade, because it was during that time. She told the school, don't give me lunch and send me to the office, and she'd bring me lunch, and she would bring me like 3 bites of macaroni and cheese from Albertson's Deli and like 2 chicken wings. And I'd be like, she'd be like, this all you eat? And then when I got back home, like sometimes I would eat. And I remember that was weird. She made me value people with disabilities because of how she treated her adopted daughter. You know, she kind of like, she like was trying to force that girl to be normal. And, you know, some people will never be normal. And that's just unfortunate. And, you know, again, I think because of who she was, like she wanted people to be so good that she didn't know how to just show it and be genuine, that she just like was like forceful about it. And so when she was forceful with her daughter with disabilities, that fucked with me as a person. I was like, oh shit. Like she tried to force her to walk and would like whoop her when she couldn't walk. And that fucked with me. And maybe I have a soft spot for people with disabilities like my whole life, and I still do. Again though, I think though, she has good intentions, just didn't know how to show them. So
I felt like as a military woman, you would have more honor than what you do. I feel like you would have more respect and more love. I feel like she really had PTSD. This lady always wanted to hurt somebody, do something that was forceful.
I think sometimes she was like, she just didn't understand quite what I was going through.
And I don't think she fully understood or was as trauma informed to where we came out of, where we came from. But even then, I think she just is very much old school in her discipline. So she just thought that was the answer to a lot. And sometimes kids don't need ass whooping, they just need a hug.
I wanted to run away. Yeah, I lived with her. I wanted to run away. I wanted to disappear. I actually started calling down south and telling my family about her, and that's why she stopped. Oh, somebody's gonna try to arrest me. They should have. They should have locked her up and threw away the motherfucking key. That's what they should have done. But my mom, she wanted to be like, oh, why'd you tell on her? Now people feel this way about her. In my head, I was like, good.
What happened when we stopped talking to her though is because she kind of got, I think, too comfortable with us and how her role was. She forgot that she wasn't our mom. And like, especially with Shadeja, she almost thought Shadeja was her daughter. And so like, I went back to my mom's house. Azaria was back at my mom's house. Tajamari was always there, but Shadeja stayed there. And I remember she was like, no, Shadeja just to stay here. And then that's when that relationship kind of went sideways for a while, because my mom was like, no, all my kids are going to be here. I want her. And she wanted Shadeja to stay there and like be with her daughter because they were so close. That's one thing you couldn't push to my mom. When you try to like take us, that's when like you rub her too. You could do a lot of things, take money from her, whatever. But when you try to take us, that's like the red flag X. You can't do that. And that's kind of what had happened.
I felt like she wasn't really a good person. I felt like she hated me. I wish the best for her. But that woman gave me hell.
I'm not going to say she was an extreme at times, but I mean, it worked. Like, I'm going to say it worked, but like, I feel like those things that feel so hard and unfair to us as kids kind of almost shaped us. Like, if I didn't get my ass whooped, I don't know what type of one I would be today. And if I wasn't disciplined or redirected when necessary, I don't know what outcomes would have happened when it came to my life. I appreciated it because I was like, well, this is kind of what we need. And so I was like also really eager to fall in line and try my best as like a 5 and 6-year-old to please her and be disciplined and not get in trouble and like, you know, want to stay with my routine and want to practice my cursive and drawing my name and want to take baths and put on powder right after, be able to pick my hairstyle, and just have these like these childish moments without, that's being encouraged, without begging for them because she made a space for it to happen. I mean, she really just taught me how to value myself, love myself in my own skin, and set boundaries for how people should treat me, how I should treat other people. Definitely paying it forward. I remember when we were younger and staying with her, she had us all go to like Walmart and we picked out toys and then we dropped them off for like this group home. I don't even think it's there anymore. That was out in Tacoma. And so we're always doing like fun, productive things, but still keeping us like humble and appreciative of what we have. She very much taught us the value of being grateful for sure.
Later on though, I forgave her and we got cool and she's been a consistent person that's always like been there, and if I needed something when I got older, she took care of it and helped me out. And always been consistent though about her values that she's pushed on me, and about God and faith and stuff like that. She's always been consistent. So I forgave her and I forgive her for all that stuff because I knew she had good intentions. But
I appreciated that when I did, because in my teen years, I did go back to live with her. And I was just able to just be like, I probably took care of one chore, clean up after myself, but like, I like being with my mom. I didn't have to raise like other kids. And I was like the baby in the house at that time. So everybody was, take care of themselves, but also making sure their space was clean. And I was able to, she put money in my bank account every month, would go here and there. Like it was just, she's my godmother, a very maternal type of relationship that I appreciated. And the things that I would want to do for my kids without them having to earn it or, just a lot that I would want to do as a mom and not do as a mom is how I think she really impacted my views and my perspectives on motherhood and womanhood and just being a kind person. She's like a natural caregiver. Like she sees a need for a child that needs help or parenting, whether it's a cousin, niece, daughter, somebody estranged, she'll fill in that job and just, kind of integrate them in the family. They used to call me the orphan, which was so annoying. But like, that's literally what she does. She just fosters kids to like respite. It feels like, and you're connected with her for life.
Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed, we gon' shine. Somehow one day, word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight so they'll never dim your light. Been wrong for too long, this here feels so right, man.